Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Page. If you are new to the page, in 1990 I became involved in the drug gang world. From 92 to '06, I spent a lot of time incarcerated. I tell these stories to let you know it don't have to be you. If you're young and thinking about trying something or you're figuring out how to get out, these are my stories of this lifestyle and how it affected me, and eventually I got out and transformed my life. So let's get into today's story. All right, guys. As you can see by the thumbnail, this one is going to be doing time with the CRIPS. So, in the years that I done between the county jail and prison, I spent, uh, I was incarcerated with a lot of different CRIPS. And shout out to the CRIPS, some really good dudes with them. And the thing about the CRIPS is there's like a million different subsets of the CRIPS. And from what I could tell, they don't all necessarily get along with one another. But before we get further into this, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and share this video if you know somebody that may enjoy this sort of content. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that when I drop a new video or I go live, you will be alerted and you can jump on it if you want to. So, in growing up in San Bernardino, there were Crips around. I would play basketball with them and stuff at times, and it was cool. Going when I finally went to San Bernardino County, it seemed like there were a lot of neighborhood Crips in there, and like those guys were cool. They were with the business, and the thing is, with the way the politics were, it wasn't like you could strike up a relationship and be super cool with these guys, but low key, you'd say what's up, mutual respect type of thing. And, they were with the business with theirs, now, in prison, some of the different factions amongst the Crips, you had the gangster car, and you had the Compton car, the IE car, the LA car. There was a gang of different cars. The LA car, that basically all the different neighborhoods would fall up under the umbrella of that. So, you might have like 10 different neighborhoods that fall under like the gangster car as an example. And, all these guys would kick it with one another. And the thing is, sometimes people would say, oh man, that guy's trying to get me caught up, because somebody would like try to give you an apple or something, say, as an example. And, of course, we couldn't accept that based on the politics. But I think, what it is their politics are different. And, maybe some of those guys were trying to get some of us caught up. But I think some of them were genuine, and, they didn't want something. So, here you could have it type of thing. That's my take on it. But, when I went out and I started truck driving, I became a trainer. And one of the guys that I trained actually was Rolling 90s neighborhood Crip. And man, we went on some adventures. We were pretty much all over the country. We were, end of the day, we would kick back, and like he had only been out to join a couple of years, so he was in charge of making the spread. So, I bought the soups and the chips and the different stuff like that, and he would hook it up. And man, like he got down with the spread. Yes, I was spreading with a Crip, but I was a free man. So, a whole different set of circumstances. So, but yeah. So, a couple of other things I would like to touch on in regards to the Crips. When I was in LA County Jail, and this is the only place I ever seen this. I don't know if it happened in other places. Drop a comment and let me know if what you've seen. But in LA County, these the the blacks in general would, if they would arrive in a dorm, they would have to run fades if there were enemies in the dorm. So say there were 2 or 3 enemies in the dorm, like you had to run fades with all of them. And the thing about that is that just blew my mind because once you're in there, I feel like you kind of have to have a united front because there's plenty of people around you that are more than willing to do harm to you in your group faction. But you know what? Who am I to say that that's not our politics? That was their politics. So, with all due respect, I say that. And, in whether it be in prison, in county, one thing I will say is when there was racial tension on the yard or in the day room or wherever the problem may be, the blacks definitely would unify and, bring their A game to the situation. So, now when I was doing business down in Anaheim, we had a security there, unofficial security, but the homie Big Man was the doorman basically, and he was a A3 Hoover. And as he explained it to me, they had broken away. They were no longer Crips; they were criminals, and they had orange rag, which I don't really understand that. I'm not going to pretend like I do, and I'm not going to make any attempt to explain how that works. But Big Man was definitely with the business, and he definitely helped us take care of business down there and made sure that there weren't any issues with the spot. And if somebody owed some money, he was more than willing to go and shake it out of them. So that's kind of my overview on doing time with the Crips. Like I said, these guys are definitely with the business. Their politics are different than ours, so I'm not going to try to explain their politics to you because they weren't my politics. But if anybody wants to drop a comment and tell me what you think, I'm definitely interested. If you have more insight than I do, then let's hear about it. So the thing is, if we take care of business out here and we don't put ourselves in situations where we're going to be locked up and institutionalized, then you won't have to worry about what it's like doing time with these types of people. And, the thing is, when it kicks off in there ain't nowhere to run. You are incarcerated. There ain't nowhere to go. So when the shit hits the fan, there is no flight. It's all fight. Family, fitness, and freedom are what helped me to not have to worry about being in these types of situations, and they can help you as well. Remember, it's just about making good decisions and building from that. Set a goal and start doing things to work towards that goal. Before you know it, you'll reach that goal and you'll be able to set another goal. So I hope everybody is having a great week and doing well. And don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.